We never involved too much with guests. We didn't have a big dining area like you do now and that sort of thing. It was much more guest ranchy.
Sure. And what was Pack's involvement with the church after the transaction with the ranch going to the church? Did he stay involved with St. Mark's and
Oh, yes.
continue to be active?
As a matter of fact, I sent him off to start St. Andrew's Church. He was an elder there at St. Andrew's.
A founding member then?
Well, he was an elder.
How about that?
Yeah.
And what year was that?
I don't remember those years anymore.
Yeah.
I don't try to keep track of that
But
stuff.
you encouraged him to go and help start that church.
Oh, well, we helped, St. Mark's helped start four different churches in town because we were getting too big. We wanted to make sure that it stayed workable. I think a workable church is 600 members at most. You get it beyond that, you get an institution that doesn't work quite the same. Mega churches don't impress me at all.
And what were the other churches that you all started?
Northminster, Christ Church, for example. I don't remember the names right now.
And then St. Andrews.
Yeah. We lost some members to that, but not too many.
Well, they're starting to come back.
Some of them.
Now, my understanding is that you all also started the first kindergarten in Arizona. Is that true? That the St. Mark's School was the...
One of the first, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't have them, and so we were trying to encourage the state to get interested in that part of education. St. Mark's was very interested in the civil rights movement, and I went to the gathering in '63 in Washington. I went to the march. I was sent there by the Ministerial Association as an observer. However, when I got back, I said I was not an observer. I had to participate as a Christian and as an American. And when I reported to my congregation, one evening we had about 300 people present, or at least almost that many. As a result of my reporting on that, we lost over 300 members from our congregation because of the tensions of civil rights movement. It was one of those things. We helped start the sanctuary movement too. Very influential in that. As a matter of fact, when we got together and began to talk about what we needed to do, we were the ones who suggested to excuse me, John Fife, that he be the one that be the entrance, because people would coming into town would go to his church before coming to our church or any of the other churches. He would be the one to receive them in, and so out of that movement, the sanctuary movement took on great strength. Yeah, great days. Tough days though, because in my time, the FBI used to come and listen to my preaching because they were afraid I might say something wrong, afraid I might be a communist or something. You get that kind of nonsense. House Un-American Activities Committee was very active. People who say the 50s are wonderful, don't talk to me about the 50s. They were tough. They were really tough. It was a great time.
Were you called to testify before the House Un-American Activities Committee?
No, I was not, but I did. I wrote in to find out what they had on me, and they had a piece of paper came back with a lot of stuff blanked out, and all it said was I hadn't been arrested, and I knew that.
So this was after the Freedom of Information Act. You
Yeah.
wrote to the FBI to find out what you.
Yeah.
I was going to ask because it's you identified yourself as progressive in your thinking, and yet Arizona isn't known for
No kidding.
supporting progressive thinkers.
No, sir.
Um,
However, we've had some wonderful people go from here to the legislature. We've had some fine people, and we've had some turkeys too. Currently, we have turkeys going from Arizona to the Congress. No, I must say that I had a wonderful time in my ministry at St. Mark's, but it was a tough time because every week I thought I might get fired because things were that tough. But we grew to over 2,000 members for a while there.
An unmanageable size.
I mean,
An unmanageable size.
well, that's right. That's why we started other churches. Sure.
I'm kind of curious about something that's related to Ghost Ranch through Arthur Pack and his involvement with the Desert Museum here in town.
Yes.
And I know that he was on the ground floor and helping to start that. What do you know about that time frame and his involvement with the Desert Museum?
Well, the Desert Museum was started by Arthur talking to a friend of his who had started try to remember the name of the very important museum in the East. I'm sorry, Bill, can't get it. Anyway, he had a friend who was influential in this and knew how to start that sort of thing. And so Arthur felt that it was very useful to do this at this particular time. And so he got Bill, I wish I could remember his name. But anyway, he got him to set it up, and so Arthur arranged to have it started. But we were very much a part of it. Matter of fact, this man, whose name I can't recall, became a deacon in our church. And Arthur and he would talk about that whole project in some of the gatherings that we were in church. Arthur was very much a part of St. Mark's. But when it came time for him to start church, he became involved with at St. Andrews. So we didn't see him after that, but otherwise he was there every Sunday. Are we getting at material you want, sir?
You're doing great. I've got another question about the ranch that in my conversations with a number of other folks, they've talked about, specifically about this, the transformative qualities of the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
There are folks who go there and who are in need of something.
Yes.
And they seem to, I mean, the ranch has a pretty good success rate, I think, in providing what people need, whether that's healing or comfort. Let me ask you, why do you think that is? What is it that's special about this ranch?
Well, what's special is the scenery, if nothing else. Setting is magnificent, and so when you're there, you tend to forget the petty stuff that's in your life and begin. That's one of the reasons Arthur went there, was to get away and be a part of that sort of atmosphere. And I think that you can be a little bit closer to the apophatic aspect of God. Apophatic means you can't name what God is all about, but God is there. And I think that happens to people who come there just for artistic reasons rather than for some of the programming. Because it's a setting that has a special aura to it, and I think actually the people who go there tend to be a little more sensitive to the spiritual realities that are part of life. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. That's great. It is.
Want anything else?
I think we're good. Anything you'd like to add? I know so you had some notes there that.
Oh, I think I covered most of it. Yeah, I just wanted to be sure I didn't leave any of it out.
Well, Cynthia, do you have memories that
twice, maybe more than that. I was very young. And I don't know if you remember when I was there, if there was anything in particular that, any memory you have from that visit. I remember getting bitten by a tick. And having to go to the nurse, and we stayed in the ghost house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main house, I guess. But I just remember the hiking and being there. This is good new information for me too. I mean, growing up in this family, oftentimes other people knew more than we did because we were right there. You know, we were living the life day to day, and I often would have people come up to me and say, "Your father was in the paper again," or "He's going off to Ghost Ranch," and so I'm loving hearing it from this side. Good.
Well, David and Norman were primarily the ones that spent time at the ranch more than you did because you were young or before you went to school.
Well, I remember Mom driving us there one time, and we got there at night, and the road to the ranch was dirt, right? Did we go through Albuquerque or something? Anyway, it just seemed like it took all night to drive down this dirt road, and my mom was a very brave woman. She wasn't afraid of anything. She'd pile us in the car and go, "Come on, we're heading out." So I just have that distant memory of driving this
Yeah,
long
well,
road
those
out in the middle of
those
nowhere.
roads were tough, even within the ranch.
Well, probably. I mean, I don't know. It was long, but it was so worthwhile once we got there. It was just that feeling that you were describing of the setting and the beauty, and it's just all about nature. But I just knew it was an important place. I didn't exactly know why. Well, anywhere he went was important, so I just knew it had strong significance.
Well, it was a great part of our lives there for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and David, my oldest brother, goes there occasionally, and I'm not always sure
He still goes there, yeah.
for meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David's very interested in ecology. I don't know whether it had anything to do with being at the ranch or not, but he was always big on that. He's been interested in that at national level for the domination too.
Did I understand correctly that you would get a whole month in the summers and be at the ranch for most of that time?
A good part of the time, yeah.
So a month at a shot, you'd be up there.
Well, a couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
yeah.
Hopefully in June or July.
Always August.
August.